We have some major breaking news this evening as it has been announced that Ryan Preece and Joey Logano have been disqualified from the NASCAR Cup Series race at Talladega Superspeedway. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel and welcome back to the video. As I just said to Sunday, we had some pretty massive and major breaking news this evening as it has been officially announced and confirmed that Ryan Preece and Joey Logano have been disqualified from the NASCAR Cup Series race at Talladega Superspeedway. As reported by Bob Pockers just a couple minutes ago, Ryan Preece and Joey Logano have both been disqualified from the Cup race at Talladega. Now, why were both drivers disqualified from Talladega Superspeedway race? Well, they both had different reasons why they were disqualified. According to what was the reason for disqualification for Ryan Preece, according to Bob Pockers, there were 3 shims instead of 2 on his spoiler. So instead of having the 2 shims that are required on the spoiler of the next-gen cars at superspeedways and rules into superspeedway rules for the next-gen car, they had 3. That is illegal according to the rules. That's why Ryan Preece was disqualified. As for Joey Logano, the reason he was disqualified from the NASCAR Cup Series race at Talladega Superspeedway is because they were missing a spoiler bolt on the back of the car. There's bolts on the back of these spoilers that are required to be on there, I believe, in regards to the next-gen car and super speedway racing as well, as I think they have different specs for spoilers, I'm pretty sure, for the next-gen cars at super speedways. Those are required, and unfortunately for Joey Logano, that means that he was also disqualified for that. So kind of crazy because this is the first time we have seen 2 disqualifications in the same race. On the Cup side, I should say, since I believe 2022 at Pocono, when Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch were both disqualified for pretty much the same thing, that awarded the win to Chase Elliott. For those asking about Austin Cindric is officially the winner of the race. He actually passed post-race inspection with no issues, so Austin Cindric has no issues on making it to the playoffs. His win has been officially declared official, and he doesn't have any issues in post-race inspection. This is a really tough break, in all honesty, for Ryan Preece and Joey Logano, because Ryan Preece and Joey Logano are just the drivers, right? They're not the ones that do work on these next-gen cars. They're just the people out there that basically just do what they need to do, get behind the wheel of a race car, and just strap in and go and race. They're not the ones that are working on the next-gen cars. So I feel terrible for them, but unfortunately, the rules are rules in this situation. So because of that, we have a change in the race results. So that means that Cindric, of course, is a winner of the race. That means that Kyle Larson moves up the 2nd position. Big for Kyle Larson to finish on the front row, continues to add on his points. William Byron will go up to 3rd position, so we have 200 cars inside the top 3. You got, of course, Noah Gragson moves up the 4th position, getting his best finish of the year. Chase Elliott moves up inside the top 5 in 5th place. How about that? 300 cars finishing inside of the top 5 because of this qualification. This is one of Chase Elliott's first top 5 finishes. I think this is 2nd or 3rd top 5 for him. So a big deal for Chase Elliott. Carson Osbar moves up to 6th. Alex Bowman moves up to 7th, meaning that all 400 cars finished inside the top 7, which I believe is the first time that 400 cars have finished in the top 7 at Talladega since 2011 at Talladega for them, when all 4 cars are battling for the win in that really crazy finish in Aaron's 499. So that's a big deal for them. Bubba Wallace moves up to 8th. Dale Swartz gets the top 10 finish in 9th, and Austin Dillon finishes in the top 10 in 10th place. McDowell moves up to 11th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. moves up to 12th. Cole Custer goes up to 13th. Reddick gets the top 15 and 14th. Chase Briscoe moves up to 15th. Todd Gillen goes up to 16th position. Ty Gibbs moves up to 17th. Eric Jones moves up to 18th. Zane Smith goes up to 19th, and Ross Chastain gets the top 20 and 20th. Danny Hamlin moves up to 21st. Riley Hurts moves up to 22nd. Ty Dillon moves up to 23rd. AJ Allmendinger moves up to 24th. Justin Haley moves up to 25th. Josh Berry 26th. Kyle Busch moves up to 27th. Anthony Fredo moves up to 28th. Shane Van Gisbergen moves up to 29th. John Hunter goes to 30th. Cody Worth 31st. JJ Yoli 32nd. Bijan McLeod finishes 33rd now. Chris Buescher moves up to 34th. Christopher Bell moves up to 35th. Brad Keselowski moves up to 36th. And Ryan Blaney moves up to 37th. I feel, again, terrible for Ryan Preece because Ryan Preece was so close to picking up the win, but it now really doesn't matter, right? Because, again, we all thought Ryan Preece was going to finish 2nd. Turns out he doesn't finish 2nd. Again, I feel terrible for Ryan Preece, and I feel terrible for Logano too in a sense, right? Because Joey Logano, he was going to get his first top 5 finish of the season. It looked like he was going to get that first top 5 of the year. But instead, Logano gets the disqualification, and his chance to basically get it done is over. Now, I would have to think that both are going to appeal this. I would have to think that both will try to appeal. We saw basically earlier this year after Jesse Love won the race at Rockingham, he tried to appeal his disqualification. Of course, he ended up losing. I don't know if we've ever seen someone disqualified for spoiler stuff, so I'm not entirely sure if there's been any ruling there. We've seen other people get penalties in recent years. Obviously, Eric Jones got a disqualification earlier this year at Martinsville. They did not appeal. We saw Alex Bowman last year get disqualified at the Charlotte Roval. He, of course, did not appeal. Justin Haley, same thing at Coda last year. We saw Corey Heim get a disqualification in the Truck Series race last year at Charlotte. He did not appeal because of the lug nut situation. And we also saw Parker Kligerman. They actually appealed after winning the race. So I would have to think it's 50-50 if both are going to appeal. I guarantee you they're going to appeal this because they got really good finishes originally in this race. So I do expect an appeal coming away from RFK and Team Penske. We've seen Team Penske appeal disqualifications before, going back to the situation with Ryan Blaney back in Las Vegas last year, or 2 years ago, I should say, which actually was one of the reasons that they were able to win that appeal, and that was one of the reasons why Ryan Blaney is able to make it to the championship 4 and go on to win the championship 2 years ago, because had they lost their appeal and not won that race at Martinsville, they would have not made it to the championship 4 and won that championship. But again, I feel for those two drivers. It's a terrible situation all around for both guys, but it is what it is. You got to pass post-race tech, and you got to pass post-race inspection. But it's big for other drivers. All Hendrick cars finishing inside the top 10. Obviously, a big deal for Bubba Wallace, who moves up to 8th position, getting one of his best finishes of the year so far. And a big deal for Hosvar, goes up to 6th position because of this. But again, the big story here, on the other side of things, Austin Cindric, he is not disqualified. He's good to go with the win, so Cindric is locked in the playoffs. But this is going to just drop Joey Logano. I believe this is going to put Preece probably on the cutoff line or below the cutoff line, and this is probably going to move Joey Logano outside of the playoffs as well at this point. Despite the fact that Logano has had a lot of points so far early in the season, this is likely going to move him out. So crazy situation all around. That you got not one, but 2 disqualifications after the Cup race. Just a crazy situation all around. At least a positive, we do know the winner of the race. Good on Cindric to pick up the win and victory. He's guaranteed the win. We don't have to worry about whether he got the win or not. He's good to go, and he's officially the winner at Talladega. So, that is going to be today's special breaking news report on Ryan Preece and Austin Cindric. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Notifications on so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go more of that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are your thoughts about the shocking disqualification of not one but 2 drivers of Ryan Preece and Joey Logano? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think they will appeal or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to talk more about this disqualification for both Ryan Preece and Joey Logano. We're also going to talk about Cletus McFarland, Super Speedway Racing in general as well. We're going to talk about people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Collards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Junior Motorsports, Connors Village, Trackhouse Racing, Dodge, Honda. Silly season. There might be a silly season update dropping very, very soon on the channel as well. We're going to, of course, on Tuesday, we're going to have the race picks for the truck race and the entry list for the Cup race at Texas as well. Hopefully that race can be good. I will not have a full-scale race review for the Cup Series race at Texas Motor Speedway, as I'm going to be working that day, so don't expect the full-scale long race review there. But I should have some other content dropping really soon, and we'll have a silly season update coming soon, along with some other big videos dropping soon on the channel. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's breaking news episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.